It was a cold night in 2009. My wife Zulika and I were asleep when I suddenly got a call from my friend Yamin at 1 a.m. "Hello, Ali. Save me. She's going to kill me." I was shocked. What happened to him? I thought maybe he was joking. I said, "Man, is this the time for a joke?" "No, Ali, for God's sake, save me." This time, there was something terrifying in his voice. "I'm coming right now." I had just said this when the call got disconnected. I was scared. He called, and he's in some serious trouble. I quickly got up, woke Zulika, and took my gun. "Be careful. It's late at night," she said, clearly anxious. "What's wrong, Ali? Why do you look so worried?" Zulika asked sleepily. "You lock the door?" "I'm going to Yaman's house. Just 2 weeks ago, he had married Wania and was extremely happy." I got out of the car quickly and knocked on the gate. "What suddenly went wrong? Who wants to harm him? May Allah keep you safe." "Don't worry," I reassured her, started my car, and drove off toward Yaman's house. Yaman was my childhood friend. These thoughts were racing through my mind when I reached his house. His house was located slightly outside the city, near a large graveyard. "Yaman, Yaman," I shouted, but there was no response. The house was in complete silence. I ran to the back and found a window open. There were fresh bloodstains nearby. I entered the house through the window. The lights were off. I turned on my mobile flashlight and slowly made my way to Yaman's room. As soon as I entered his room, I screamed. I was in shock. Yamin was lying on the floor next to the bed, covered in blood. With the help of my phone's flashlight, I followed the prints leading from the backyard toward the graveyard. I checked. He was dead. There was no sign of his wife. From the room to the window, there were bloody footprints. I immediately called my friend Masood, who was in the police, and informed him of the situation. He told me to stay calm and assured me he'd be there as soon as possible. "But what are you doing here?" Masood asked. "I decided to follow the trail of footprints." The darkness of the night made the graveyard look terrifying. I had just reached the gate of the cemetery when Masood called. "Hello, Ali. Where are you?" "I'm at Yaman's house," Masood said. "I'm in the back, near the graveyard," I replied. "Okay, I'm coming," he said and ended the call. A few minutes later, Masood arrived. "Ellie, I'm so sorry. I followed these footprints," I explained. "Thanks, man, for coming so quickly," I added. "It's my pleasure," he replied. "Did Yamin have any enemies? And where is his wife?" Masood asked. "No, man. He was a decent person. And there's still no sign of his wife," I said. "Let's continue following the footprints." "I've already called an ambulance. It should be here soon," Masood said. We followed the trail into the graveyard. The prints stopped near a tree. "The trail ends here," Masood said. "Let's check behind the tree," I suggested. We went around the tree, and what we saw shocked us to the core. It was something we never expected. It was Wania, Yaman's wife, unconscious near a grave. Her feet were covered in blood. "Oh my God, does this mean she killed Yep?" I asked, horrified, looking at this. "I think so too," Masoodi agreed. "Let's take her to the hospital," I said. Masood called the ambulance, and I headed home. "What happened? How's brother Yamin?" Zulika asked anxiously as I entered. "Yamin is no longer in this world," I replied, with a heavy heart. "Oh my God, how did this happen?" Zulika asked. Clearly disturbed, I told her everything. "May Allah have mercy," Zulika said. "I'm going to rest a bit," I told her, and lay on the bed. I tried to sleep, but it was impossible. I finally fell asleep and woke up around 10 a.m. After freshening up, I sat down for breakfast when I received a call from Masood. "Hey, I need to talk to you about Wania. Can you come to the station? Did she regain consciousness?" I immediately asked. "No, not yet, but there's something important we need to discuss," Masood replied. "Okay, I'll be there after breakfast," I said and hung up. A little later, I arrived at the police station. "Assalamu alaikum. How are you?" I greeted Masood. "Wa alaikum assalam. Come in. I need some important info about Wania," he said. I asked curiously, "What about her?" "Her parents died in a car accident," I informed him. "We need to know her background, where she's from, what she does, and her family details," Masood said. "All I know is she has no one except her uncle. If I find any lead, I'll let you know," Masood replied. "Man, everything about this case points toward her. I'm investigating this thoroughly." I said goodbye and headed to the office, a mix of grief and confusion clouding my thoughts. "We've made a big breakthrough in the case," he said. I kept thinking about Yaman and Wanioi and how all this happened. Around 11 p.m., while talking to Zulika about the incident, I got another call from Miss. "Hello, Ali. Where are you? Come quickly. There's an important update about Yaman and Wania." "What happened?" I asked, alarmed. "Just come." "Okay, I'm on my way," I replied and jumped out of bed. "Who was that?" Zulika asked. "It was Inspector Masood. Alright? May Allah protect you. Take care," she said. "Don't worry. Lock the door," I replied and rushed to my car. When I reached Masood's house, he was already waiting for me at the door. After parking the car and exchanging greetings, we went to his guest room. Alishba brings something cold for Ali Masood, cold to his wife after we sat down. "So Masood, what breakthrough made you call me at this hour?" I asked anxiously. "Ali, shortly after we left last night, I got a call from a nearby village police station. The show there is my cousin. While we were talking, I told him about Yaman's case, and he was stunned. There were similar bloody footprints, but no solid clues. I immediately went to him today and investigated with him. We discovered that in the past 3 years, 10 similar incidents have occurred." He said something exactly like this happened in his village 3 months ago. "How are you and the kids? How's your health?" I responded. The victim in that case was also newly married only 2 weeks. In each case, the husband died within 2 weeks of marriage, and all had similar bloody footprint trails. I was stunned. A chill ran down my spine. "Assalamu alaikum, brother Ali. How are you?" Masood's wife Alishba entered the room. "Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. By Allah's grace, everything's fine. You two talk, Kyle. Put the kids to sleep," she said and left the room. Hello friends, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And yes, don't forget to share it. To watch more amazing videos, click the bell icon below.